Today, DeWanna Bonner had her introductory press conference today, but do you know what she did before that? Do you know what Welcome to Indiana, DeWanna.
Did you see what DeWanna Bonner just did? She didn't just join the Indiana Fever. She made a statement before even saying a word instead of fancy press conferences, and photo ops Bonner hit the gym with Caitlin Clark. That's right, straight to work. Now you might be wondering, why is this such a big deal? Well, let me tell you, this isn't just any player we're talking about. This is DeWanna Bonner, a Hall of Famer, choosing to be the third option on a team. Can you believe it? A player of her caliber putting ego aside to chase that championship dream. This is what winners do, folks.
Welcome to Indiana. What I heard come out of your mouth is exactly why this signing, of all the other moves the Indiana Fever did this offseason, the DeWanna Bonner signing was the one that made me just get out of bed a little bit faster.
So you thought you knew everything about DeWanna Bonner's move to Indiana. Well, get ready, because what happened next is going to blow your mind. Remember, when Bonner first arrived in Indy, no fancy press conference, no red carpet, nope. She went straight to the gym with Caitlin Clark. That's right, the same Caitlin Clark she had that heated face-off with in the playoffs.
I couldn't be more excited to step on the court with Caitlin. We actually had a great workout this morning, and I think we just feed well off each other. So I'm just here to hopefully, give my little leadership advice. I don't feel like I need to push her to be any type of player that she isn't already.
Now, you might be thinking, wait a second, aren't these two supposed to hate each other? I mean, we all saw that intense moment on the court. It was like two fierce competitors ready to tear each other apart. But here's where it gets really interesting. Instead of holding grudges, these two basketball powerhouses decided to channel that fire into something incredible.
I'm just happy to be here, and I hope that I can give her some knowledge to take her game to a different level, so when I retire, she can pass that along, to other players. Coming to this league is not easy by any means, and especially her path, but to see what she's already done for this league and in this organization is kind of insane, and you don't see that a lot in rookies. So hopefully, like I said, I can make her life a little easier. Not just her, the whole team, but hopefully she can make my life a little easier.
Picture this: Honor and Clark side by side, dripping sweat, pushing each other to the limit. No cameras, no fans, just pure basketball. Can you believe it? A Hall of Famer and the hottest rookie in the league grinding it out together like they've been teammates for years.
DeWanna Bonner came to Indiana, and she already knows who she's dealing with. Okay, I got a press conference bet, but before that, I'm going to grab my shoes, I'm going to grab a pair of shorts, and me and Caitlin are going to get a workout in.
Let's rewind for a second. Remember that playoff moment, the one where Bonner and Clark got right up in each other's faces. It had everyone talking. People were wondering, how could these two possibly work together? Well, guess what? They're not just working together, they're thriving.
DeWanna, I guarantee you, your life is going to be easier. What do they say, Charles Barkley? Guarantee! I guarantee it, DeWanna. But what I loved was the first part of that. We already had a great workout this morning.
Didn't come to Indiana to be the big shot. She's not here to steal the spotlight or boss anyone around. No, she's here to be the missing piece. Can you believe it? A player of her caliber willing to be the third option on a team. That's not just rare, it's unheard of. But here's the kicker: Bonner isn't just okay with the setup. She's excited about it in her own words. She said, I can't be more excited to step on the court with Caitlin. We actually had a great workout this morning. And I think we just feed well off each other. Did you catch that? They're not just tolerating each other, they're feeding off each other's energy.
Before I sit down, hey, Scott, how you doing? Hey, Pat, how you doing? Before I sit down and take all the questions, me and Caitlin are going to get a workout in. That is what I love to hear.
Now, you might be wondering, but what about that heated moment? Wasn't it personal? Well, Bond made it clear there were no hard feelings and no drama, just two competitors recognizing a fire in each other. That's the kind of mindset that builds championships, folks.
But fortunately for all of us, DeWanna Bonner didn't hide from the elephant in the room. The playoff moment with Caitlin Clark. She addressed the playoff moment with Caitlin Clark.
Why does this matter so much for the Fever? Well, let's break it down. You've got a young, hungry team that's on the verge of greatness. Now add in a veteran player who's been to the finals, who knows what it takes to win. Can you see where this is going, Bonner? isn't just bringing her skills to the court. She's bringing a winning mentality, a championship culture.
Pretty fun one, but how do you think that competitive spirit between you two can push each other? And then secondly, how do you think it can fit with her, just complimentary-wise on the court, play style?
I'm glad you asked that question because my inbox has been going crazy about that moment. But I think it's just two competitive players that want to win and push their team to get over the finish line. It's playoffs, so emotions are high, tension is high, but I can be more excited to step on the court with Caitlin.
Think about it, Bonner's been there, done that. She's tasted defeat in the finals, and you better believe that's lit a fire under her now. She's got a chance to mentor these young stars, to show them what it really takes to be a champion. And let me tell you, when you've got a Hall of Famer willing to put her ego aside and work alongside the team's rising stars, that's when magic happens.
You're looking around, you're seeing all these things that we have over here in Indiana that you didn't have in Connecticut. You're seeing a real facility, not a shed that was bought at a Home Depot parking lot. You see a real chef, not a lunch lady that's past her prime. You see the real deal. And you got your workout bag with you, DeWanna. Welcome to Indiana.
You've seen players chase rings before, but DeWanna Bonner's hunger, it's on a whole different level. We're talking about a player who's been to the mountaintop only to slip at the very last second. And now she's not just climbing again, she's ready to conquer.
Once again, welcome to the Indiana Fever, and DeWanna Bonner didn't mince words at all. She wants to win the damn championship. So do we.
Let's rewind for a second. Picture this Bonner in the finals, the championship within reach. But then it slips away. Can you imagine that feeling, the disappointment, the frustration? The WHS Bonner described it as a sucky feeling that's been haunting her. But here's the thing that loss didn't break her, it lit a fire.
Like, how has your dreams maybe changed after accomplishing so many of them? Mm-hmm. And what keeps you, I guess, hungry for more?
I want to win a championship. I want to win another championship. I want to get back to the finals first and foremost. I got there and I lost, and it's such a sucky feeling, and I haven't forgotten that moment. And I want to get back there. I want to win. So I'm a winner. I've always been a winner, and there's no greater feeling.
Now you might be thinking, okay, but why Indiana? Why would a veteran with her resume risk it all on a young and proven team? Well, that's where it gets really interesting. Bonner is not just here to win. She's here to build something. She's looking at the Fever and seeing not just what they are, but what they could be.
Even if we don't get back to the finals, I still want to win. I want to win every single game I step out there, and I know that's impossible in this league. You know, you're not going to win them all, but I just want to keep getting better and better and growing, and keep this fiery competitive spirit that I have. And once it goes out, I'll be done with it.
Imagine the weight of that finals loss pushing Bonner to make this bold move. She's not just chasing a ring, she's chasing redemption. And she's doing it with a group of players who are hungry, who are ready to go out and get after it without needing to be pushed. That's the kind of energy Bonner is looking for.
I know I went all last season beating this horse to death. Even DeWanna Bonner knows the Fever had no coach last year. They figured it out on themselves. Even DeWanna Bonner could see it from Connecticut. She's sitting on the bench listening to Christy Sides like, yo, Stephanie, do you hear this woman? Oh my God.
You might be wondering, can one player really make that much difference? Well, let me tell you, when that player is DeWanna Bonner, absolutely. She's not just bringing her skills to the court. She's bringing a winning mentality, a championship pedigree. She's bringing the experience of someone who's been there, who knows what it takes to get to the top.
She also spoke about the Fever's core players, the Fever's young core in specific.
Picture this Bonner's championship experience mixing with the Fever's young talent. It's like adding rocket fuel to an already powerful engine. Bonner's not just here to play, she's here to elevate everyone around her. She's here to show these young stars what it really means to be a champion. Now let's break down exactly how Bonner plans to turn this hunger into hardware. First off, she's made it clear she wants to win every single game. That's the kind of mindset that changes a team's culture. She's not here for moral victories or good efforts. She's here to dominate them.
And also joining a team that's just impressive. I think everybody's seen the second half of their season, and it was an unbelievable season. And I just felt like they had a dynamic core, and I just wanted to be another puzzle piece into what they had. And hopefully I can give my knowledge, my leadership, and give it to, these young players. So when I retire, they can, pass it.
But it's not just about her individual performance. Boner understands the power of a team that's all pulling in the same direction. She's talking about playing with a group that's hungry, that doesn't need to be coached to give their all. That's the kind of environment where championships are born.
I feel like they're young, but I also feel like they're a great young. They don't need too much coaching and too much leadership. They kind of figure it out themselves, and I'm just hoping that I can add to it and make basketball a little easier for them, and as well they can make it a little easier for me.
And here's the kicker, Boners is not just talking about winning, she's talking about growth. She's saying, I just want to keep getting better and better. And growing, that's the mindset of a true champion. Even with all her accolades, even with her Hall of Fame resume, she's still pushing to improve. This isn't just about adding a star to the roster. It's about igniting a championship culture. It's about taking a team that's on the cusp and pushing them over the edge. Bonner's arrival isn't just a new chapter for the Fever. It's the start of a whole new book.
Now you're coming to Indiana where it's like, wait, where is DB falling on this? Okay, we know it's Caitlin and we know it's Kelsey. And then I would say DB as a third option? Oh my God. Yes, folks, I would rather DB as my third option than Aaliyah Boston. No disrespect to Aaliyah Boston. But DeWanna Bonner can just... She can do way more.
You thought the Fever were dangerous before. Just wait till you see how Boner fits into this lineup. We're not just talking about adding a star. We're talking about creating a perfect storm. Think you know what a super team looks like. Indiana's about to redefine.
Stephanie White has been up and close for the last 2 years watching DeWanna Bonner's skill set. Watching DeWanna Bonner, what she can do on the court, how she moves, how she acts. She comes over to Indiana. The first thing she lands in Indiana, she's already calling DB. She lands in Indiana, she already has DeWanna Bonner penciled in as the starting small forward heading into the 2025 season.
Let's break down the Fever's impressive core. You've got Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation, who's already setting the league on fire. Then there's Kelsey Mitchell, a scoring machine, who's been quietly tearing it up. These young guns have been showing some serious potential, especially in the second half of last season. But something was missing, that final piece to push them over the top.
Oh, they're winning in spite of their head coach. Yes, that's what we've been telling you all year long, folks. This team wins despite the coach, not because of the coach. Because Caitlin Clark's that damn good. Because Kelsey Mitchell's that damn good.
Now, picture this. DeWanna Bonner steps in not as the star, but as the glue that holds it all together. Can you believe it? A Hall of Famer who's cool with being the third option. That's what makes this so special. Bonner's not here to steal the spotlight. She's here to make everyone else shine brighter.
I'm so excited to step on the court with this group. I think they have a mentality that is just amazing. I think they are hungry, and that was my one thing. I want to play with a hungry group. I want to play with some players that's going to come out and you don't have to coach them to, go out, get after it. So I'm just hoping that I can come in and, I know I will. I'll come in and be the player that I always been and add on to what they already have, because I don't feel like I need to do much.
You might be thinking, okay, but how exactly does Bonner fit in with these young stars? Well, let me tell you, it's like she was custom made for this team. Bonner's got this incredible versatility that's going to complement Clark and Mitchell perfectly. She can score when needed, but her real value, it's in her leadership and experience.
Coach Stephanie White says, as far as wanting DeWanna Bonner here, that's a no-brainer. She's a Hall of Famer, a great teammate, and a tremendous leader in everything that she does. Just being around her, our young players can learn about that. She fits who we are. She fits how we want to play.
Bonner is already talking about how she can make basketball easier for her teammates. She's not trying to change Clark's game. She knows Clark's got the goods instead. She's focusing on how she can enhance the team's overall performance. It's like adding a coach on the court, but one who can still drop 20 points. If you need her to now, let's break down exactly how this lineup could shock the WNBA. You've got Clark's flashy playmaking, Mitchell's scoring punch, and now Bonner's veteran savvy. It's like a perfect basketball recipe. Bonner can play multiple positions, which gives the Fever so much flexibility. Imagine the mismatches they can create.
DB, life's going to be easy, don't you worry. Don't worry, you're in Connecticut. Before they got Marina Mabrey, it's like, who can score on this team? That person. Okay, who else? Nobody else. Just her. Wait, but there's 5 players on a lineup. What do you mean only just her? No, yeah, just her. Yeah, only her she's the actual only offensive threat on this team. And now you're coming to Indiana.